Alright, so finally got to see the second episode of House of the Dragon, and just like the first one, this show has proven to be just an enjoyable experience. I mean, it is absolutely washing away the stain of the last season of Game of Thrones, and I hope that we continue to get quality programming here in the foreseeable future. So it wasn't that it was excellent, because this is a new show and we're dealing with new characters, but we're dealing with solid storytelling, and I'll deal with a little bit of spoilers here because I do have to talk about a few things. But we're getting solid storytelling, we're getting solid character development, we're getting just all around quality. And I'll just start off with, I was quite surprised with the opening sequence using the original music, the original theme music. But you know what? It was like a warm blanket. It was just something you just wrapped around you, and it just felt good. Uh, Watching the animations, trying to understand, where the blood was going and how it was affecting the storyline. I didn't pick up on exactly what was going on. It wasn't as obvious as, the original show, but, we'll catch on and we'll realize that everything had its meaning there, which is perfectly fine. Anyway, we'll get into the episode here. So, from the events from the first episode, the king was wanting his wife to bear a son, and unfortunately, the queen, passed away during childbirth, and so did the little heir. And so here it is, 6 months have passed, which was very interesting. We went one episode in 6 months, so I'm hoping. I don't know. I'm hoping the show doesn't jump 6 months every episode. That would be quite. I would think that would be quite problematic, but who knows? It could work out that way. But right now, the pressure is on the king to get remarried, and unfortunately, in the world of, monarchy and military and all of that, they're pretty much the only way you marry is somebody royal, and unfortunately, the only choices that are being brought to the king are choices he's not a big fan of. That being very young and so I apologize. I'm still recovering from a bout of being under the weather last week, so please forgive me. Anyway, let's just say his choices aren't ideal in his time frame or in ours. So he's very uncomfortable with the choices the choice he needs to make. Unfortunately, everybody is pushing him to make this choice because politically, for not only his family but for the realm, it's the right choice. But at the same time, it just, for himself, it doesn't feel right. He fancies another, and he knows political wise it's going to cause an upheaval. Well, lo and behold, he makes his choice, and we're going to see the repercussions of that, and it's going to be an interesting ride. At the same time, we are faced with a relatively new threat. It was brought up in the first episode of, I guess there's a place called the Stone Islands or something like that, where there's a new threat that is taking out pirates and is now taking out other ships. And I believe the character is called Crab Feeder or something like that. We had a very vivid display of how this individual treats his either enemies or victims, whichever word you prefer to use, and it's quite a visual feast there. So we got a glimpse, and obviously the show is going to lead us down the path that this is going to be a formidable threat of maybe just this season or maybe future seasons. We just got the news that the show has been renewed for season 2, which is pretty cool. Hopefully, we'll get some more good stuff in the coming years. But all in all, I think we have something good here. We have something special here. We have quality acting by all the actors, from King Viserys to Prince Daemon. Golly, I never realized Matt Smith could just have a face that I would just naturally not like. I know he played the Doctor. I haven't watched any of those episodes, but I saw him in that crappy movie Morbius. He was instantly unlikable, and watching him here, he's playing that role perfectly. I don't like him. Oh, and I have to mention that standoff between him and Princess Rhaenyra. And I apologize if I'm saying her name incorrectly, but that standoff between those two at Dragonstone, that was pretty cool. I thought it probably could have been a little bit more tense, but you know what? I have to give props to that scene, and I have to give props to her character. She knows her role, but at the same time, she knows what needs to be done. And, when she makes choices with thought. She's smart. She's just not, a visual piece. And she's taking on her role as the future heir quite seriously. Even though she's being told that that's only in name only. But we'll see how that goes. I'm enjoying what I'm watching, and one cannot ask for anything more. And I really look forward to the future episodes. So far, nothing to complain about. Like I said, the story is excellent, the music is excellent, the acting is excellent. So I really want to see more of it. I'm not sure if I'm in binge mode yet, but I am looking forward to my Sunday evenings now. And what more can you ask for there? So anyway, enough of me talking about it. Like I said, there's a few spoilers here and there. But I mean, how can you not talk about the show without talking about what's happening in it? So, but tell me what you guys think. Did you like the show? Are you enjoying the show? I mean, tell me, is it following the books? Is it following or the book Fire and Ice, or I can't remember the name of the book. I really need to start reading those books, and maybe one day I will. So anyway, tell me what you guys think about the show. Are you liking it? Let me know. Post in comments below. If you like what I had to say, hit that like button. If you want to hear more of what I have to say, feel free to subscribe. I'm going to try and be a little bit more consistent here. Thank you so much for listening. We have a lot of stuff coming up. Tomorrow, I'm going to go see the first 2 episodes of the new Lord of the Rings show, The Rings of Power. And I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on that. So let's look forward to that. Anyway, guys, I'll talk to you guys next time. Take care.